I would yield to my good friend from the state of Illinois, Mr. Shimkus, for whatever time he might consume.
Gentleman from Illinois is recognized. Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I again come down on the floor. It's a good time to talk about jobs and the economy and the importance of what the Small Business Committee here does. And I applaud my colleague from Illinois for addressing the small business development centers. Because guess what? They're going to be needed. And they're going to be needed to be able to help and train and try to find jobs when we have this massive loss of jobs that occur because of the Democrat health care bill. Don't take my word for it. Take the word of Christina Romer, who is the advisor to the president. And she says that, you know, the Democrat bill would impose $150 billion in taxes on businesses who cannot afford to finance their workers' health coverage. So what will happen? These employees will be laid off. People will lose their jobs to try to make the payment on the new tax that is going to be burdened by this bill. CBO confirmed this tax on jobs could reduce. Now, CBO is the Congressional Budget Office, nonpartisan. The CBO confirmed this tax on jobs could reduce the hiring of low-wage workers and could also lead to wage stagnation, as wage compensation is diverted to comply with new federal taxes and mandates. Romer indicates that as many as 5.5 million jobs could be lost. So we're really going to need these small business development centers, and we're going to need them to be current to help find positions for these displaced workers. This Democrat Affordable Health Care for American Act will destroy jobs. Hundreds of billions in taxes on businesses. In addition to the tax on jobs, the Democrat health care bill includes nearly $500 billion in other taxes, including a surtax. More than half of those whose intended targets are small businesses. So as a small business committee is bringing bills to the floor, they ought to be worried about what's reported today, 10.2% unemployment. But no, we are not talking about how to create jobs on the floor of this House. We're talking about how to destroy jobs. Regulations, new taxation, hundreds of billions of dollars in taxes on businesses. H.R. 3962, the Democrat health bill, includes nearly $500 billion in other taxes, including a surtax. More than half of those whose intended targets are small businesses, imposing a total of $729.5 billion in higher taxes on a struggling economy would be a recipe for years, if not decades, of prolonged stagnation. So I appreciate the time from my colleague. We're going to need these small businesses development centers because of the massive tax regulatory regime being passed by Democrats on the floor of this House, which will continue to destroy jobs, not create jobs. And I yield back my time.
Gentleman yields back.